since I met you, girl, every other girl, damn, know my style. Picking up, betraying me, girl. Hey, Thor. I swear now you my style. Ever since I met you, girl, every other girl, damn, know my style. Picking up, betraying me, girl. I swear now you my style. Let me hold you, let me kiss you, let me love you, my baby. Let me hold you, let me kiss you, let me love you, my baby. Regular, how you day? How you day? How you doing, my baby? Oh, even on a sunny day, rainy day, I got there for you, baby. Oh, see, I gotta talk to you, talk to you. You know, send me a bad to you, bad to you. That could let me ride for you, provide for you, cause I appreciate you, my love. Hey Thor, this is Miles' EP Prolific. This song is called Melody. Ever since I met you, girl, every other girl, making up betray me, girl. I swear now you my time. Ever since I met you, girl, every other girl, okay, so I see Loretta's in the room. Before I bring her on, I want to give my shout outs. You guys, I want you to download Miles' EP Prolific. Don't forget my love, Alino. His EP is Trapped. Mahogany Hair. Go ahead and buy yourself some hair from Mahogany Hair. Tune in to Auntie's Advice and click like and subscribe. Tune into I Am Katung on YouTube, like and subscribe. Tune into I Am Not So Hollywood. That is Linda. And I want you to like and subscribe. And I'm going to put in the comments the lady that we saw with Linda so you guys can follow her and like and subscribe. So I got to remember to keep doing my shout outs, you guys. And Dolly Pizzle will be coming out with some new music that I'll be playing. But you guys go to Dolly Pizzle and like and subscribe to him on YouTube and download his Mama Pray. All right. Let me bring on Loretta. I just want to say I love you.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, okay. Let me start out by saying the moment I set eyes on you, I loved you instantly. And a lot of people don't know this, but Loretta and I worked together. And the moment that I saw her, I was like, who is this beautiful person? I got to know you, right? And so when we started talking, I was like, oh, she is so real. You are so real. You know what I mean? Like, you're good at what you do, but you're real about it. You're not kissing nobody's ass, but you're good at what you do. And I remember the first thing that I saw is you had this beautiful, your hair was red at the time, and you had on your African earring. And there you go. There you go. Now, I'm a lot older than you. So when I was growing up, being Afrocentric and working couldn't happen. We could not wear braids. We could not wear anything that gave us an ethnic or racial connection, or we couldn't work. So when I first saw that, I was like, man, that's what I'm talking about, right? You had these beautiful African earrings on, this beautiful hair, and I was just like, I got to know this person.
Oh my gosh.
I just love you. As a Black woman, I admire you so much. So I just needed to say that. And thank you. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite.
Okay, so you are a healthcare professional. You are a medical assistant, right?
Yes.
In this COVID era, tell us what that looks like.
So first let me say that I don't keep up with the whole COVID thing. Like, I don't go check the CDC page or anything like that, because I feel like that puts people in a state of panic. And yeah, I don't want to do that. If I know anything about it, it's because I'm scrolling Facebook or Instagram, or I'm overhearing a conversation at the grocery store. Like right now, I believe I read on Facebook that there's 5 million cases now in the U.S.
Yeah.
and that Arizona's like number 8. And for me, if I go look and check that every day, it will put me in a state of panic.
Right.
I think the most upsetting thing for me is how some people's not taking it so serious, you know?
Yes.
And it's kind of like when you're out on the road and you're driving, you have to drive for everyone else too, not just for yourself. You have to be their ears, their eyes, and everything. And I feel like that's how you have to treat COVID. You don't want to wear the mask. Okay, that's fine. I get it. But it's not hurting you to wear it.
Not at all.
Now, I work in a clinic, and I'm currently a medical assistant to an OBGYN. And some days I have to work what they call sick clinic. And you just strictly see sick patients. And most of these patients are pregnant or just a regular, gyno patient. When you have a patient that you know is positive for COVID, it's like, I feel like we're at the point where I'm like, just pass me a hazmat suit already. Let's just skip all this that's going on, because you gotta wear now we're wearing face shields on a regular day. We wasn't at first, but now we're wearing face shields or goggles and the mask. But now we have to wear like gowns and booties and all kinds of stuff. And some of them they don't have any symptoms. They just lose their sense of taste or their sense of smell. And others, you go brush your teeth, and if you can't taste that toothpaste, go get tested.
Okay, that's a good advice. That's good advice.
Yes, that is no doubt about it. If you brush your teeth and you cannot taste that toothpaste, please go get tested. And there are different tests out here that not just the nasal swab anymore. Sputum, they could test your spit. There are blood tests. So you just don't have to do the nasal swab. And typically results, depending on where you go, can go from 48 hours to actually 2 weeks. Some of the labs are pretty backed up because it's just COVID testing. They got so many. When you see the people that are sick and they're visibly sick, not to say that I disregard that person, but my main concern, because of the specific field I work in, is the child, because we don't know the effects that it will have on the child. No one knows these things.
No one knows this yet.
No, they don't know. And they don't know if it's going to be a long-term thing, or it's something that's going to, are they going to be okay like the mom is going to be okay? So I instantly just think like, wow, what's going to happen to this baby? Like, is the baby going to come out with COVID or anything? Like, so that's my main concern on that part is the child. Nothing to dismiss the parent, but they're well, they're pretty healthy, but the baby,
we don't know.
We don't know. So I am grateful for being in that field, because I could be, like I used to work in the ER. I could still be working in the ER.
That's a whole nother beast, right?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
That's a whole nother beast. I want to go back a little bit with you. I have always loved being a Black woman, but I was never pro-Black. Okay? And there's a difference. And pro-Black is not pro-white. Anti-white. It's not anti-white. Let me go ahead and say that, because a lot of people think pro-Black as being anti-white. That's not what it is, right? I find myself being more pro-Black now because I'm waking up to things that I felt never affected me, right? But I've always loved being Black. When I met you, you exhibit pro-Black to me from the day that I met you, and that's why I was so drawn to you, because you're beautiful, and then you represent pro-Black so professionally, so beautifully, so eloquently. When were you always this way? How did it come about? What happened to make you the beautiful woman that you are right now?
I was not always this way. I want to say it happened to me maybe 5 years ago. Like it's kind of recent. It's kind of recent. Because I grew up and I didn't have, the parents that actually teach you those things. I'm going to be really honest, like my mom, she's racist. She's not a big fan of Caucasians at all.
Okay.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that though. I love people in general, but my mom, she had a different experience, growing up in the 60s. She has a different experience than I do.
Right.
But she never really taught me what it was to be pro-Black or to be a Black woman in America, anything like this. I grew up, you learn what you were taught in school.
Right.
And, when you become an adult, that saying, when you know better, you do better?
Yes.
That was my case. My children, I have a little girl, she's 8. And I feel like it's important that they know who they are, where we came from, because I wasn't taught those things.
Right.
And I refuse to let her grow up and not know who she is, or how powerful she is, or how beautiful she is, because those things wasn't taught to me. And not to discredit my mom,
right,
because it's like she wasn't taught that way. And that's not to discredit my grandmother.
Right.
It's because, they're in a different era. She wasn't taught that way.
It was a rough era. I don't think people understand how rough the 60s were for Black people.
Let me tell you, my grandmother was 101 when she died 3 or 4 years ago. She was born in 1914. And she has some stories. She has some stories. Man. And for anyone that's watching, to get a picture of how old that is, she was born the year Harriet Tubman actually died.
Damn.
That, right, you know what I mean? Like, she was a walking history book. You know what I mean? And even she wasn't, she went through a lot of stuff, but she wasn't racist. She loved everybody. So my strength comes from that, talking to her. This generation and future generations, they don't have anybody that can teach that wisdom. I enjoyed sitting down talking to my grandmother and listening to her stories. Like I did. I learned so much from her, because from a person that can go through so much and not hate you, that's some strong shit right there. You know what I mean? That's strong.
That's a lot, because when you talk to those elderly people and they don't have any hate, the first thing in your mind is like, wow, really? Because people have to remember, when they walk the streets, they heard things that we don't hear now. Things were shouted, things were said. I always reference back to that picture where Brown versus the Board of Education was passed and Black kids started going to white schools, and they had to send the little girl, she was going to kindergarten, and you know the picture I'm talking about, she had to be walked by the marshals to kindergarten.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
We could not go through that stuff. We wouldn't survive that stuff.
No.
We wouldn't. I moved to Arizona from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I did a research on the Little Rock Nine. 9 black kids went to this high school called Central High School. And just like that picture, they had to be guided into there. And they endured a lot. Now we go to schools that we want to. I'm going to say somewhat because
Yeah.
there are still places
that we ain't going into.
No, we don't go to, but it's not as, I don't want to use the word popular, but it's not like that now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's different. And I feel like my daughter needs to know the power of being a black woman, period.
Yes.
Because it's a powerful thing.
It's a power.
And she needs to know that when we're out on the street and we see a black person, black man, black woman, whomever it is, and they pulled over, we pulling over too. We on the opposite side of the street and we're watching.
Yes.
Because she knows this.
Yes.
I have a black son. He's 5. Thank God that his dad is in his life, because his dad is going to have to teach him how to be a black man in this world. I feel like I can do so much.
Absolutely. Now, Loretta, the day that you woke up and you said, I'm going to wear my braids, I'm going to wear my earrings that have Africa on it, because those are my favorite ones you have, is the ones that are the shape of Africa. I love those. When you woke up that morning and you said, I'm going to put this on and I'm going to go to work, that's an armor that you had to put on and say, I'm going out in this and I'm going to take whatever happens. That's a bravery that a lot of people don't understand, that you had to adapt and say, I'm going to be brave today and I'm going to be 100% black.
I decided that I had to be me. Yeah. Because when I first started work, I wasn't me. I sit back and I observe. I watch people and I watch their actions. And I was just like, oh, gosh, I don't have my earrings on. And, like my afro and all those other things. And I just I got up, like you said, one morning, was like, where are my earrings at?
Yes!
I got to be me. And do you know what someone said to me? I'm not even going to put their name out there. But you know what they said to me one day? They saw me at work. And it was like, you so ghetto.
What? Not
Came from a
cultural, but ghetto. You know, I know that. Now, you know what? When I came to you, when that experience happened to me, Loretta, you were the first person I came to and I said, this B just sat up in a professional meeting with me and called me ghetto.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you knew what it felt like.
I did.
Wow.
I was walking up the stairs. She was walking down the stairs. And just for people to be so comfortable with it,
That's that microaggression.
You're used to saying this. You're in your element. It's okay for you to say things like this to me, that you think I'm ghetto because of my earrings. Well, you don't even know the story behind it or why I wear it or anything like that. But me, I walked up the steps and I just looked at it and I said, okay, now let that be your last time. We're not going to do the disrespect.
No.
That day, I knew exactly what you was going through.
Yes, you did. And you were able to talk to me. You didn't share your story, but you were able to talk to me, and it redirected me back. And I went on and did my job. It was just that you knew the right words to say. And now I'm putting it together that you knew the right words to say because you had already been through it.
Mm-hmm.
That shit stung. It stung.
I know it did. And I knew something was wrong because you always got this smile on your face. You come to me, and when I saw you, I'm like, oh no, something is wrong. I was actually a little intimidated to come because I'm like, what can you say to a therapist? You know what I mean? Like, say to a therapist, like, what am I supposed to say here? But when you coming
But
from the heart, when you speak it from the heart, it just flows. You were
right.
one of those people that I connected with at work. I look forward seeing to at work, that I felt comfortable enough to come to your office, sit down, and if I had something on my mind, I can express it, and I know it did not leave that room.
Right.
I fully trusted you, not only as a coworker, but as a friend at that company. You know what I mean? And it wasn't a lot of us there.
No.
A lot of us there.
I think what it was like, we could count on one hand how many of us was there.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
hand.
But I love that we all looked out for each other.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah.
We did.
So you
And I
Yeah,
did.
you knew.
I knew.
When now you're comfortable being you. You go out, you wear your African, your cultural things, your earrings, your beautiful hair and everything like that. Do you still get comments, or do people just say, this is Loretta, this is her beauty, this is her culture?
Both. Even at the new place that I work at, even during my interview, I had to make sure that was okay. Because I told him, like, I wear earrings, I'm very cultured when it comes to my people, and I don't mean any harm by that. With that being an issue. And like, no, they respect it because they have all types of patients that come through there and cultures and everything. So they respect that. So I can go to work and wear these and be just fine. And I have people that be like, oh, I love your earrings, and oh, I love your hair. And excuse me, a lot of people that work there are from different countries in Africa.
I love that.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's very cultured. It is very cultured where I work at. I love it. And to hear them in their native tongue, and now I want to learn how to speak some of those languages,
Loretta, you know what? I don't think Africans understand what it's like to be in the presence of them. I don't think they get it. They don't get how it just connects you. You hear them speak their language and you're like, would that have been my language?
Right. My provider is from Somali.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, they're beautiful.
She always wear her mask, so I never really see her face. And one day I saw her face and I was like, this woman is beautiful. She is so beautiful. And when she get around other people and they speak Somali, I just be in awe.
Yes.
I just staring like, oh my gosh. Like, this is beautiful. Like, this is beautiful right here. Like, I'm witnessing this. Like, this is beautiful.
They don't understand.
They don't, Jay. They don't get it.
They don't understand. They don't get it. I'm making a lot of African friends myself. I've always gone to school with Africans, Nigerians in university, but now I'm making a lot more friends, and I listen to them talk, and I ask them about their food. And I'm Caribbean, so I have my Caribbean culture, but I want to know my African culture. I want to know what language I would have spoken. It's so important, and it's so beautiful to me.
Yeah. It's important to me too. Like, my uncle, before he passed, was actually working excuse me, on like our family tree and stuff, and seeing where we came from. And we found out that all those great grandfathers was from Africa, and then like all those greats grandmothers was from Haiti.
Oh,
so it's like,
that's gorgeous.
I want to learn all of it.
I don't think if you can see down here, but the Duke put, you look more Ugandan or Tanzanian. I don't know which one of us he's talking about, but I'll take it. I had someone say I look like I'm from Ghana. I'm like, I'll take it.
I'm telling you.
I'll take it. And Nigerian women are gorgeous. I'll take it.
Yes, they are.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
they
Nigerian
are.
women will stop traffic. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm so glad you're in a place where you can be Loretta, because I am such a fan of Loretta.
Aw.
I'm such a fan of you. I love you. I just love what you represent. I think all little Black girls should see Loretta.
Aw.
Because when I see you, it's like, damn, I waited so long to get to where I am. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I want little Black girls to get to be Loretta from jump.
And that's why I'm started with my little girl now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right now. She loves walking her afro.
Yes.
She has come to me and told me that I think it was her teacher. Someone touched her hair or something. Like kind of right. You see the look you had? Yeah, I did that too. Like the little pat, like she was a pet or something. And I had to go have that talk with that teacher, and I had to like talk to her and let her know like it's okay for you to tell people no, don't touch my
Yeah,
hair.
no. No,
And
don't move.
yeah, she told me she did, but she said that the teacher done it anyway, so that's why I had to go up there and
Oh, that's
speak to the teacher.
Thank you, Luxlight. Thank you. They're saying we're beautiful. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, you have to have that talk. People, don't touch the hair.
Don't do it.
Just don't touch the
Just
hair.
don't
Think of
do
the
it.
hair as spiritual. Think of it as
And
spiritual.
I'm telling you, you don't want anybody's energy
In your hair.
connect. Exactly. You don't need that energy at all. At all.
Ah! Yes, yes, you don't want that. You don't want that.
No,
So,
I
um,
believe in stuff like that. Leave that to yourself. No, I don't want any of that energy over here. Keep it to yourself.
yes. Well, I'm growing mine out. You're gonna see mine. You're gonna see mine. It'll see mine. I'm growing mine out, and you're gonna see it because I'm going there, Loretta. And I can greatly say that you have inspired me a lot. You didn't even know
Oh,
it, but you have
yes.
inspired me a lot. And finding that part of myself has been the most wonderful experience ever. You know.
It took a while because we look at what they perceive beauty to be on social media and TV, and you think that that's what it is, not knowing that you're already beautiful and you don't have to change yourself. You're already I cut my hair. Well, let me start back. So when I was living in Little Rock, I had went natural. And I'm so upset that I did this. But if anybody doesn't know, Little Rock is humid, very, very humid and hot in the summer. So I was like in the mirror for hours, like pressing my hair and trying to get it all straight. And I got it straight, and I was outside for like 5 minutes.
That was done.
It was
that was done.
And I got mad, and I went, I permed my hair. And when I permed my hair, it fell out. So I was like, I have to start over. So I started over, and I've been natural for maybe 4 years now. But because of Arizona, goodness, I keep them in braids.
This is not hair weather here.
No, this heat is disrespectful out here.
Heat is disrespectful to black hair.
Jeez.
It is very much so. So yeah, I'm going there, and then you're gonna be the first to see it because I'm just so proud. Yeah. Yes, yes. So I'm having such a wonderful transformation. And partly it started You know, and people have heard me say it started with Ahmaud Arbery. It was something about seeing his death that it did something to me, and I don't know what. I was already, you know, getting educated and things like that, and I've been educated, formally educated, but I'm just going to be honest, my education was Caucasian education. Um, and so I've been educating myself and researching and talking to people and learning, but it was something about that moment when that happened that I shifted. And so out of that tragedy has come me finding another segment of myself, which is exciting too. Yeah. So and we're going in this new direction as a country, I mean around the world actually.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I think that it's good, and I hope it continues to where we can finally get to where we need to be. So you as a healthcare professional, you're working, tell us how working in Arizona where the demographics of us is so low. How is this for you?
This is very different for me, actually. I was born and raised in Chicago on the South Side. I'm a South Side girl, so that's all I seen was us. And then I moved to Little Rock, and it was like, you know, some diversity, yeah. But once again, I live predominantly around Black people. And then I get here, and I'm like, wow.
We are far few between, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm actually used to being like the only Black person wherever I work at now.
Yes. Yes, it's like that. People don't understand how Arizona is. There's not, like when I go out and I see another Black person, I have to speak.
Yeah.
It's a must. It's like, hey.
Yeah, we don't see too many of us at all.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was an eye opener. It was an eye opener. But I love it. I love the diversity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And to see so many different cultures live in the same area, that's different for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
mm-hmm. For a
I'm
red
loving
state,
it.
I love Arizona.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. It's a beautiful state. Number one.
It is.
It's beautiful, and it's very cultured. It's so many different people. My part-time job, I work as a behavioral health tech.
Okay, what's that like?
You know, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I work at night, so I don't really do much at night.
Quiet. People sleeping. It's hot here during the daytime. I don't know if people know, but it's so hot here during the daytime. People go to bed at like 7 p.m. They sleep.
They in bed. They in bed. But
He make you tired.
Well, not most, but all of the clients are native.
Don't you love that?
Do, because we talk and they talk about their culture, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's like, I want to be able to have those talks with my kids, because I feel like with each generation it diminishes, and we don't have anything to talk to them about because we don't have traditions anymore. And I'm trying to start my own traditions.
Right.
My grandmother isn't here anymore. She was the person that everybody from wherever came, and we had Thanksgiving dinner with her, and her birthday is August 14th, and people will come across from everywhere, and we will celebrate her birthday. She got her own day in a little town she was born in.
That's what I'm saying.
She got her own day. They call it Miss Moody Day. She had her own day. And yes, in the little city she lived in. You know what I mean? And when she passed, there were no more Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh man.
And, you know, and it's like I'm 37 years old. I have to start making my own traditions so then it could pass down to my kids and their kids and to keep it going. Because as we can see, it's starting with us. We have to keep those going so our kids will know to keep that going.
We do.
Breaking these generational curses.
Breaking these generational curses. Absolutely, absolutely. That's one of the reasons why I started this platform, to educate, and also why I like the fact that I'm making so many African connections, because I'm learning, and they come to my brunches and we talk and they teach us, and I just feel like in this unity that I want to create, I want to be able to create a unity amongst us. I'm learning so much, and it's so beautiful. Yes. You know, Ghana announced that we can come back home if we want to.
You know, I've really been actually thinking about that.
I was like, well, you know what? How would therapy work in Ghana?
I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking moving to Africa. I didn't know where yet, but I just know I wanted to move to Africa. It's been a thought ever since. All right, y'all, don't get mad at me, but it's been a thought ever since our president became our president. I've been thinking about going back.
I don't think you're alone in that. Hi, Susan. I don't think you're alone in that thought, because when this president became president, it amplified all of what we thought we had buried. Okay, it's almost like stepping back into the 1930s. Like we're regressing back to segregation, we're regressing back to hatred, we're regressing back to division, we're regressing back to what we had thought we had did so much work to get out of. And he is just such a hateful entity until his hate is resonating all throughout this country, and he's wakening up the people who are hateful. He's changing the people. He's changing the people who had some morals and standards to where they're like, oh, well, if this shit is okay, it's okay. And so it's just creating a climate, a culture, an American culture that's just not safe for us anymore.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Just like you posted that picture of the man in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And for me, I lived in Arkansas for 15 years. So
Arkansas, I've heard, Loretta, is a whole different beast.
It's places in Arkansas that I wouldn't go to. Harrison, Arkansas is one of those places I would absolutely not get close to because the head KKK guy lives there. So no, I wouldn't be anywhere close there. I remember when I first graduated from MA school and my first job was being a mobile phlebotomist. So I had to travel all over Arkansas to different nursing homes and either to some people residents and draw blood.
Woo,
and
girl.
Yeah. One place I had to go to was like 2 hours away, and I'm seeing a sign that said Harrison. Now I'm getting a little nervous because I know where Harrison is. And I was telling myself, like, if I have to keep going this way, they're going to have to get someone else to come out here because I'm not doing this. And, like, why would they send me out here?
No.
Right. But luckily, I didn't have to keep going that way. I like made like a right turn and started going in the opposite direction. But oh no, because I seen a sign, I think it said 60 miles. I was just like, I was like, oh no, we gonna have to do something else because I'm about to get fired on my first day because I'm not doing it.
I don't think people understand. Like, I lived in Georgia. There's parts of Georgia we don't go to.
Oh.
We just don't, because we know that there's no laws there for us, and that they could do whatever they want to do once we get in their city limits to us.
And they're going to do it. They're
going to do it. And they feel like they have the biblical right to do it.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
I hate that in the year 2020, I get scared if I see a police car behind me. I'm like immediately like afraid for my life instantly. And oh, when my kids are with me, I'm most definitely afraid because I don't want them to see anything or like that. They had that family out of the car on the hot ground and
on the hot
in
ground.
handcuffs. They was driving a van and they was talking about motorcycles. Like I don't want to be in a situation like that. And this scares me that I can be in a situation like that in 2020.
In 2020, and I think what they fail to realize is that there is this thought of us being inhuman. We're not human. So they don't care if they lay us on hot asphalt and our skin peels off. They don't care about the trauma that they cause our children as they watch them lay us on this asphalt and they watch them handcuff us and the children watch us beg for our lives literally because we could die that day. It's almost like they can see white people having souls. They can see white people having trauma and depression and all these things, right? But when it comes to us, we lack any kind of humanity at all. It's almost as if we are this black object that they can abuse, beat, kill, and life just continues. We're not someone's daughter. We're not someone's son. We're not someone's husband, wife, child. We're this black person that they must eradicate because they can.
Yep. Yep.
That's the fear. Is that we know we're driving around and if we get pulled over, we're not human. We're not. And people can do anything to something they see that's not human. They can do anything to it with no care.
And they will find a justification for it.
They'll find a justification
for it. Yeah.
What will people do should he win another term? Susan, I fear a civil war will happen. I fear that.
I feel like we should just get prepared because he's gonna win another term.
He's gonna steal it. It's not even a win. He's gonna take it. He is determined to create to take away our democracy, and he's not leaving ever. So he'll die. He'll die in office. He's not leaving. He said it when he started. He ain't going nowhere ever. This will be the end of the 4-year terms. So that's why we got to prepare to leave or to find a way to survive him until he dies. Yeah. That's the options that we're getting in our head. Now, white people that haven't lived like us, they're going to have a harder time because we've lived under stuff where we just like, ooh, let's just hold on. Mm-hmm. Right? Let's just hold on. So I don't know. And I don't want to get to talking about him too much because.
Oh, no.
Right, Loretta?
Oh, no.
So where are things in your future? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve in your future?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm in the process of it all. I got to be real with myself. I'm a medical assistant, and I can do different things, but it's not going to give me the life that I would like for my kids to have. I'm not looking to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. Yes, and so I have started working on things to give me different means of income. One of the things is CPR. I am a certified CPR instructor. I'm going to make it into a business. It's in the works. It's going to be called Beats Per Minute, LLC. And because of COVID, a lot of people are not getting certified because a lot of places, they're not able to, everything is pretty much in a group setting. Well, I'm offering individual sessions. I will come to your house and do the individuals, depending who you are, though, because
Right.
people are crazy. Last year, I was working on an online website. It was called Ascend the Trends Accessories. And I stepped back from it because I didn't really know what I was doing.
Okay.
So I had to step back from it. I had to do some research. And so the relaunch is coming soon on that. So it's Ascend the Trends Accessories. I'll be selling shoes, handbags, wallets. That's why you see so many of these. These come from me. Anybody that have something they want to sell on the website, say if you make jewelry or you make earrings or whatever, I'm not trying to leave anyone out, but especially if you're a Black woman and you just want to do like a test run and see how your product will sell, I will put it on my website for you. Let's see how it goes. If you feel like it goes well, then you start your own website and you can put your stuff on, on your website. But I am open to helping anybody that comes along. So it'll be like things like this, earrings, shoes. I will turn my camera around, but y'all be like, whoa, that's a lot of stuff. I have all kinds of shoes. And I don't want you all to see it just yet. I know. I don't want you all to see it just yet.
Okay.
Waiting on the relaunch. It's going to happen in a few. I'm still doing some research. Like, I almost feel like I need to take a business class so I can understand what it is I'm doing. Because at first I had no clue what I was doing. I don't know how to market or anything like that. I'm not even a business person, honestly. But thinking about the things that I want to achieve and I want for my children to have is giving me the push that I need to get all this done. So right now, I'm already certified as the CPR instructor. I already applied for my LLC, so that's in the works. My Ascend the Trends accessory, that's all already in the works. And just on the side, I notary.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all need something notarized.
Do it, Loretta. Do it. Well, make sure you give me all your information, okay? Because I'm gonna promote the hell out of it. And you know me, I shop weekly. Your girl gonna be buying some shoes, some earrings. Now I have gauges, Loretta. You see that?
See that? Why did I never know that?
Most people don't notice that. But I'm gauged. So if you can make some gauges, your girl will buy them.
Let me work on that.
Okay. Okay.
And I have a friend who makes her jewelry too.
Okay.
And out of crystals. So yeah, she do. I don't know. No, I don't see her on here, but she does waist beads. She does she makes jewelry with copper. Copper is supposed to be really good for you.
Yeah.
And so she makes earrings and stuff as well. So I will look into that for the gauges. We see what we can do for you. I got you.
I can't wear the regular earrings, but I still want to represent. So if I can get some African colors or something, your girl will buy.
Like African flag or something.
Yes. Or Jamaican colors, because I'm Jamaican. I always have to represent. I'm Jamaican. So yes, help us gauge the folks out.
That's where that spiciness come from.
Yes. That Caribbean spiciness. Oh, I am so happy about your businesses. That's what I'm talking about. We are so creative and we make a way. We find a way. We do it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because like I said, I'm not a person that could be in school for a long time. I'm not. I'm not that person. But I have two little ones,
Yes.
and I have goals that I need to achieve,
Yes.
and I'm going to achieve them.
Yes, absolutely. I want to promote your businesses, so make sure I get the right names. You know, the mahogany hair that I always promote, that's a friend of mine. She's in the hair business now. So I'm gonna promote the hell out of it. You know that. And I want to start buying more black businesses. So I will purchase because I'm always buying something. So I definitely want to purchase and promote and get you some business and keep you close to my channel, because pretty soon what I want to do is when I can go to YouTube, go live on YouTube, and more people will be able to see the shout outs that I'm giving for your businesses, things like
I
that.
saw that in the beginning. I was like, wow. So, does Mahogany sell braiding hair as well? Do you know if she sell braiding hair?
I think she does
Okay.
that. Mahogany Hair
Okay.
LLC, and she's on Instagram too.
I'm gonna
So
have to follow her. I'm gonna have to follow
yeah.
her because it's almost time to get something different.
Yes, yes. So I'm definitely trying to promote our businesses and get us out there. So I want all of your information on what you're making so I can represent you correctly. Okay.
Awesome.
I'm so
I
proud of you,
appreciate that.
Loretta. You are
Thank you.
true.
And I miss you so much. I
I miss
really
you
do.
too. I miss you too. I miss you too. So, if you ever get tired of where you at, you let me know that you can get back with me, okay? You just let me
Gotcha.
know. But I do want to tell you off air some of the stuff that we're doing. So
Okay.
on a private level, and
Gotcha.
because
Gotcha.
yeah, because this is about you, not about me. But I do want to let you know. I just want to say thank you so much for giving me your time. Just thank you. I truly admire you. You are an exceptional, phenomenal woman. You really are. And I just need to say that. And I needed you on my brunch because I need other Black women to see you because you are
Aw,
so phenomenal. Just
thank you.
thank you for being you. Thank you for that. Thank you for representing us so beautifully and so eloquently.
I appreciate you like even thinking about me and like hitting me up like, hey, this is what I want to do. Because, honestly, if it was somebody else, I probably wouldn't have done it because, like I don't like being on the camera. Like this is not my thing, but I'm like, it's Jade. Like you can't I can't tell you no. Like I can't do that. It's Jade. It's like, of course I do it. That's why when you called me this morning, I was like, yeah, because I was just nervous. Like,
Oh, but you're a natural, Loretta. You're a natural. You did wonderful. And I hope you watch this back. It was beautiful. And I'm just so excited to upload it. You have a beautiful spirit. And I just want you to know I'm always thinking about you. You're never out of my mind.
thank you. Thank you. I
Anything that
appreciate
you
it.
want to tell people for when we end, what do you want to let everyone know?
I have only thing that I tell anybody when I'm about to leave, and this is like if I'm getting food delivered from Postmates or if I'm checking out at the grocery store or whatever, because we are in COVID times, I just tell everybody to stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay
Stay safe.
safe.
We're in a whole
Yeah.
different, we're in a pandemic, people. Stay safe.
Yeah. Just stay, and I tell everybody that regardless of who you are, like they're like, hey, everybody, you have a good day. Hey, stay safe.
Right.
Because
Yes, yes. Thank you. And, I'll be keeping in touch, Loretta. I appreciate you very much.
thank you so much. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. So you guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to see Loretta. She's one of my most favorite people on earth. She's such a beautiful human being. Her name is Loretta Moore. I'm going to be putting up information on her businesses in case you guys want um, to buy some of her things when she launches her website. Isn't she great, Thor? I just love her. So you guys, my live is about to end. Thank you for checking in with Brunch. Let me see how much time I have. Mikey, I want to take you live, but I don't have that much time and I don't want you to get cut off. So I'll take you on the next live. I love you, Mikey. Keep the fight.